Before we get into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Sadly, in another weekend of violence, a dad of two was senselessly stabbed to death in Greenwich, southeast London. The victim, 29-year-old Reece Williams, was found on Welland Street at roughly 1 AM Friday, July 30th, suffering from severe stab injuries. Now, the dad of two has been described as an absolute gent and a family man, and he was given CPR by paramedics who found him on the scene, and they stemmed the bleeding briefly before rushing him to a London hospital. Now, for those 2 hours, he must have been in a catastrophic state, tinkering back and forth between praying to survive and thinking, what the hell is going to happen to my family and children if I don't? Those waves of conflicted emotions coupled with immeasurable pain, that's something no one will ever want to experience. To be honest, the police have lashed onto the investigation greatly and have already arrested 2 people in connection with the crime. So far, a 25-year-old woman has been arrested on suspicion of murder and perverting the course of justice. Police say she currently remains in custody at a South London police station. Now, during the tragedy where the 29-year-old Reece Williams lost his life, there was another stab victim. A 20-year-old man was found with stab wounds. He was also taken to a hospital and then subsequently arrested on suspicion of murder also. This case has all the hallmarks of tragic events. If 2 men were found suffering from stab wounds, then it's not far-fetched to assume that at some point in the early hours of Friday morning, an argument broke out, and one or both of the stab victims turned to violence. And as for who was the aggressor and who was the real victim, that's between Reece Williams, who's no longer able to tell his side of the story, the 20-year-old man who was found with stab injuries nearby, and the 25-year-old woman who's currently sitting in a police cell. The truth will come out, and the real victims are the young children who will now grow up without a dad. So according to witnesses and statements, witnesses said that Reece Williams was a family man who worked hard as a construction worker in order to provide for his family. He had no gang affiliations and had no trouble with other people. They also did imply that a year ago some bad people did move into the area and they were bringing the area down by bringing in violence and drugs. Again, 29-year-old Reece Williams was considered a family man and an absolute gent and the best father and brother you could ask for. All I can say is condolences. Stay safe.